Smoking and drinking on ringside, on top of the world, oh yeah. She had a drink in her hand, she had her toes in the sand, whoa, what a beautiful girl, ah yeah. What a sweet black honey with a little bit of money, telling your head around. Preach from the sea with the looks to me like she liked to fool around. What a snappy little man, we're gonna keep her happy and accompany me to the ends of the earth. Ah yeah. So I said, here I am, they know, man of the world knows. All I need is a beautiful girl. Ah yeah, beautiful girls. Come on, honey, come on, come on. Well, I'm a bum in the sun and I'm having fun, and I know you know I got those special plans. All the bills are paid, I got it made in the shade, and all I need is the woman. Understand? For the sweet talking honey with a little bit of money, blowing your head around. A creature from the sea with the looks to me like she liked to fool around. Here I am, they know, man of the world.
So what you saw me doing was drilling the center of every spot weld. So my spot weld cutter bit will have something to, you know, keep itself centered in and drill through. I had that like idea to think of actually grinding it, but turns out my grinder was too big to get in there really, so I didn't want to use it on its edge at all really. So that's the thing. If I had a die grinder, it'd be a little bit easier, but I don't have one at the moment. Same with my air drill. My air drill took a crap on me, that's why I'm using the electric one. And you use a cordless drill too. Plus it moves a little bit slower, won't give you any boo-boos. And so what I did was I tried cleaning the dirt off. However, there was still dirt and little pits and stuff. I just looked for the center of the spot weld and drilled it. So yeah, I want to start with these first, and then probably what I'll do is I might just take a sawzall to the rest of this, really. Like this here, I get this removed, the drilling out the spot welds, because this is what the, I might not even drill that out, just cut it off. But yeah, I gotta get a lot of that stuff moved out of the way. I'm gonna do a little bit of welding. I'll use my welder, but I'm gonna take it to a friend of mine at his shop. He has more of like an oxys or a argon gas powered welder. That'll work better. And I don't want to use a flux core on this. I want to use the right kind that'll get better penetration and all. So let me get the drill switched over to spot weld bits, and I'll show you how to use it. So here's what one looks like, basically drilled out. And how you gotta do it is, it's basically like using a hole saw. And you got your bit, and then you got the saw part. Like this is the reason why I drill the hole. Keeps that pin in place for something for it to grab to. And you want to start the drill off slow. So you want to make a trail where you're drilling. And you see it cuts right through it. Not the problem. And what I'll do is I'll probably come back with a cold steel chisel or my air chisel and separate the rest of the remaining metal. Now, you don't really need these. You can use a drill bit. I just like using them because they're a lot more, you know, it's just me. You know, it's a little bit more safer. And I did get, if you're wondering where you can get these, I got this at my auto body supply shop. These are like the cheapos. They're about like $5 each. I buy two, just use them. You can get really good ones out of a catalog and all for like $25. These, they can last me about, I don't know, not of continuous use, but I think the longest one lasted me was about a year, good year, and then the teeth got eaten, because what you can do is you can unscrew those and flip them around. So I'm going to get this all drilled out. See, it's pretty easy, it's pretty simple. I'll show you how to separate it using it. So I did this as an example of drilling too far. Is what I did was, if you can go in too far with these bits, and what'll happen is as you're chiseling, like you'll catch one and then knock it out of place. The only thing you really can do is get a piece of they sell it, you can use it for your welder, like a piece of copper or a block of aluminum, and put it back there, and then fill this in as a plug weld with like MIG weld. Let's give you that tip real quick. I did that on purpose just to show you. So. Oh. Really? Anyway, I'll show you. As I was doing this, I was air chiseling. I had to pick out what chisel was right. I have 3 different kinds of chisels. Like I'm using this one. It's got like a little bit of a groove right there that I can get around the area and dig it out. So, give you a quick showing of how it works. I get into there, and then and it'll separate the metal from where it's coming from. So there you go. One thing I want to do too is I'm going to get the fitting to where I can turn this into a sheet metal shear and be able to cut panels and stuff. So there you go. There's your tip on how to air chisel out these things, and you can use a cold chisel. It's actually, the cold chisel would actually be smarter to use too. You can just hammer them out so it comes out easy. Recommend you don't use a wood chisel, use a cold chisel for metal. Alright, so I'm either going to consider this like an assembly line defect, or it might have just happened during the wreck, but when I was drilling out the spot weld and I got to the point, it just fell out. Like I'm thinking, I can't move it out of the way enough to see if there was, no way, yeah. It got sheared off. You can see where the weld penetration is right there. I don't know if you can. So that means that this got knocked off. So it wasn't a dealer defect, it was actual collision damage. So there it is right here. You can see. See it? What they do is when they put these cars together, they're actually done with these 2 gigantic prong things on a robot. And they just plug weld it, like send electric through it. There it is. All the spot welds drilled out and separated. And got it all. I got this is what'll happen if you don't drill the hole. I didn't drill mine deep enough, and one thing I really don't get is why they put 2 plug welds that close together. It's gonna be kind of hard to re-weld and make look original. But you can see like the drill will go off track and shit. So, it's getting there. We're about ready to start amputating. Just, have to pick a good day when. Hopefully soon.